It's Mac the Guru. This is the review of the last episode of the Murder Inc. story, episode 5, Pain is Love. If this your first time here, make sure you check out the other content. And this was a goodie, man. These 5 episodes was dope. Seeing the whole story laid out, how it started, where everybody at now, how it ended. It was some shots thrown throughout it, at 50 Cent, Ashanti shots. But it was dope. And this episode start off with the court case. Everybody coming to see him. Jay-Z, Dame Dash. Russell Simmons. Nas. People coming through showing love. Fat Joe. And they was able to beat that case. But the case was really messed up because the feds know when they got a case and they could get somebody. But really, they had to get Murder Inc. in order to get Supreme, so he couldn't have people representing him, the right representation, the right lawyers and stuff. So they wanted to wrap up all that money. Hey, can't nobody help him. So that's why they got Murder Inc., man. And it really destroyed their label. Murdered their label. Ashanti left doing that. When they finished the case, Ja wasn't doing music. He like, man, I ain't really feeling the music. And he still had another album to do. That's why if you look at Ja albums, it'd be like a gang of albums up to a certain point, and then he got one last album around like 2012, 2013. That was his last album. So when they first come out the court case winning it, nobody was making music. Irv was spending time with his family. He doing the basketball AAU thing with the kids, which is dope. That's dope. He been a father. Can't never knock that. But they wasn't producing the music. As fans, we just like, it don't matter what you doing. Where's the content? Where the music at? And it took a minute, but they came back with Lloyd. And you got to give it up because I remember this record. You, Lloyd, and Lil Wayne. The record was called You. The record is fire. If you ain't never heard it, go listen to it. But if you listen to this, you had to hear the record You. It was a big record and it was fire. But Lloyd still didn't get the #1 album. Music Soul Child. And to keep it real, Lloyd album wasn't touching Music Soul Child. When Music Soul Child, when he first came, them first couple albums, thought fire. All About Love too, and they was fire. So gotta give it to Music Soul Child, but it didn't work out there, right? And I like how it showed how Irv transitioned. He hustled. He talking about he was doing poker. It's just like, man. It just sound like he down bad, but he was hustling. And then he bounced back with the TV thing. I know he got Tales. I ain't really into Tales. The clips that I seen, I'm like, I couldn't really get into it. But I know people that watch Tales. So, it's dope for some certain people. I ain't no hater, so I give it up to him. It has been on BET for a minute because I remember hearing about it years ago, and it's still on. So that's dope. But as far as music, man, they couldn't end this off without taking another shot at Ashanti. I'm like, and I think they edited it too, because he wasn't really mentioning Nelly like that. You know what I'm saying? And on the Drink Champs, he talked about the story of when he found out she was with. Now, I know they edited it because it was so much negative backlash from the Drink Champs. He probably wasn't even hard on this at first, and they was like, let's edit this out, dog, because it wasn't too good when you talked about it a little on Drink Champs. It's gonna be bad. So they definitely did some edits probably, but he had to throw them shots. And I do want to say, I agree with Irv about the masters though. Like when they break down the masters thing, it makes sense because record label, the artists do have the talent, but they don't have the money and the marketing and all that stuff to put behind them. And no matter if you got the talent, that don't mean you're going to pan out. We done seen people with talent not pan out. So record labels put all this money behind you. You pan out. If they not taking anything from your touring, they not taking anything from your other deals, how they going to eat? How they going to get their money? Well, one of the big ways is through the mastering and, the publishing and stuff like that. That's how they get their money. So they got to get something. I mean, you just can't eat. Now, I do believe no matter how big the artist is, after a certain amount of time, I say 20 years. After 20 years, the masters got to go back to the artist. 20 years is enough. 20 years is enough. After 20 years, the masters got to go back to the artist, So that's how I think it should be. But I agree with what Irv was saying. Now, the last thing I got to talk about is him selling his catalog. I don't agree with that. He sold out for the money, $200 million, which seems like a lot, right? I mean, not seems like a lot. It is a lot. I mean, it's $200 million. But if somebody will do the deal, that means in their mind, they think it's a good deal, right? Like, come on. Now, we know sometimes people get screwed in deals, but in their mind, for them to buy it for $200 million, in their head, they going, okay, what this going to be worth in 10 years? You see what I'm saying? And in 10 years, if it's bringing in $15 million a year, if they masters for all them records, that's Ashanti, that's Ja Rule, and all this music aged well. I agree with, I think Charlamagne said that the music aged well because everybody doing the sing song stuff. So the people from back in the day, who was the biggest? Probably Nelly was the big, and then Ja Rule. These the big artists that had that melodic sound. They rap too, of course, but they had that melodic sound too. They music aged well, like great, because everybody's doing that now. You know what I'm saying? So Outkast, stuff like that, they music aged well. And it's probably going to still be great 20, 30 years from now. So I guarantee in 20 years, the people that bought the catalog for that $200 million, $250 million, whatever it was, they going to be recouped on all their money. And then they going to be in the plus. So people probably going to be crying, hey, I want my masters, I want my mat. But they thinking long term while people thinking right now. So I don't agree with that, man. But all in all, got to get your money in. This documentary, this story, seeing these 5 episodes was dope. I know they did Master P. I reviewed the Master P one, so go check those out. I know they did DMX. I reviewed the DMX one, so go check that out. This ain't the first time I did these. So go check them out and then check out the other content, man. It's Mac the Guru. If you're still here, make sure you sub to the channel. And like always, man, y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.